can talk about Gyökeres if you guys want to. I thought he was gonna be deployed in a different way than he was.
Yeah,
He's going to have to.
Again,
I don't think you got. I don't think you got it on Fritz.
Again,
I don't think you got it on.
There
you go.
can focus on the memes and then look at the scoreboard. That's all I'm gonna say. That's what's like embarrassing about your club, bro.
The Gunners came to Old Trafford, pulled off a 1-0 win. Blake, initial impressions on the game.
Set piece again. Ole, ole.
I said if I was an Arsenal fan, I would be worried at that performance. And I don't think that's anything crazy to say.
Yeah, for me, mistakes happen, right? Bad games, they happen.
Rustiness, new signings.
But that was not Arsenal that I saw yesterday.
yeah.
The fact that Manchester United dominated Arsenal on the ball as well, which is one of Arsenal's strongest points from last season and from the previous seasons as well.
Yeah.
Arsenal usually dominate their games. They dominate their opponents. The fact that United did that yesterday, I mean, maybe it's an anomaly, but that can't happen. I'm sorry.
My thing is 3 years enough sample size? By sample size, I mean sample size that Arsenal will be good and will not play like this every game. 3 years is enough of a sample size for me to be like, sure, despite there being turnover, despite them having a bad first game, dude, they're going to be fine. They're going to go to Leeds. Sorry, they're going to have host Leeds, and they're going to smash them. Like, I'm confident. Am I confident against Liverpool the week after? That's a different story. If the Leeds is another scrappy win and it's not as free-flowing as we would have liked, that's a different story. But United played great, and there is a lot to say about that. And
Yeah,
they
we should
looked
not take
good.
away from United's performance whatsoever.
And you shouldn't. And I know I was memeing you and all this stuff, but like, they look good.
Beginning of season form does not equate to end of season
Absolutely.
results.
No.
However, you guys are competing with the cities, the Liverpools, that might just end this season on like 90 plus points. You have no room for mistakes. You're very fortunate you came out with a result there, I have to say. And if you played like that against like a good Newcastle side or a Villa side or a well-oiled Forest team from last year or City or Liverpool, maybe even Chelsea, some might say, then you're not getting a result there. That's not like a knock on you. That's not anything. That's just the
Yeah,
fact
you can
of the
also
matter.
look at it from the lens that the mentality is to overcome those hard games is there for Arsenal. The biggest example I want to point out is Real Madrid's 2024 Champions League winning campaign. They, throughout that entire campaign, I was not convinced with their gameplay, with how they played, and they ended up winning the whole damn thing. So it's about grinding out those tough games.
Yeah.
Obviously, the difference in level between Real Madrid in 2024
Yeah.
and Arsenal now, there's a little difference there,
Yeah.
right? The
Yeah.
player quality and everything. But the fact that they were able to get through those games while playing poorly, it shows a lot about their strength and
Yep.
their ability to overcome those hard moments.
Yeah.
The thing is with that Madrid team and what I don't see in Arsenal's team is that Madrid team had so much technical quality that produced so many moments of brilliance that pulled them out of those holes.
Absolutely.
And I was thinking of yesterday, like what's missing from this Arsenal team, and a lot of it is technical ability,
I disagree.
trickery on the ball in tight spaces,
Disagree.
creativity and chance creation. And outside of Bukayo Saka, who's elite at all of that, let's not get our words twisted. And then Odegaard, sometimes I see a lot to be desired there. For
I
Arsenal.
respectfully,
For a title winning standard.
respectfully, I just disagree wholeheartedly.
Okay.
Because Declan Rice proved that last season that he has the game break ability. I was gonna come on this pod and talk about this. Is that now I think we do have that game break ability. The players and the moments that can get you out of those situations, like the Real Madrid of 2024 in the Champions League. I think Saka obviously has it. I think Gyökeres does have it as well. It's been one game. It's been
Gyökeres
one
needs to
game.
be fed.
Yeah, and he will. Like, why are we taking this sample size, this one game sample size, when they played awful and Man United played so well as the end all be all? You just said that early season form doesn't equate to end season success. So by your same logic, it doesn't have to be the end of the world for this one game where we won. There's so much negativity from other fan bases, but we won.
Yeah.
And that's
I mean,
all
there's
that matters.
negativity from your own fan base too, and that's just being open
There
and
is,
honest.
yeah.
There hasn't been much football being played this season, and I think the most recent games is what should be taken most seriously when assessing what Arsenal's next couple of months are going to look like. To be fair, and nobody the thing is, nobody expected yesterday's performance from you guys. I walked in watching the game with you thinking like, this is going to be terrible. why did I agree to do this? Why am I watching this game with Blake? It's going to be like 3-0. United played like crap in preseason. Arsenal looked like a well-oiled machine. They're going to freaking win the league this year. It's going to be absolute utter dominance. We're going to have 30% possession. And it was the complete opposite of what I expected in the performance. And you didn't have game breakability yesterday. You had a set piece, which Bayender completely messed up.
Which is also something.
And if we had a different goalkeeper
though.
there, yeah, you're pretty good at it. Don't get me wrong. That could break games for you guys sometimes, like last year. That's gotten you a couple extra points. But we're talking about like the game breakability that like City have or Liverpool have through the elite attacking talent that they have, and the depth of that talent is just a little bit ahead of where you guys are. I feel like, and bringing in a left winger would change that.
And I agree. But we just signed an attacker for 75 million who didn't score in this game, and you're immediately writing him off.
But we're talking about who can grab the game by the scruff of their neck
who I'm giving
and create a moment.
I think he can do that. He needs one chance. You're talking about someone who can create his own chance, maybe not his strength.
That's what I'm
if
talking about.
Odegaard is on the level, if Odegaard continues this form and continues a really solid game into Manchester United, why are you laughing?
Because
You're saying it's one game? Exactly. And by your same logic.
and it wasn't anything crazy. United dominated the midfield
He
battle.
was decent.
He was okay compared to last year, but
Julian, he was
wasn't
good.
his best.
You can disagree, but my opinion, which is what I'm saying right now, he was good.
Bruno had a better game. But go on.
Sure. But Odegaard, I disagree.
I didn't like Bruno's game.
I didn't
at all.
like Bruno's game either.
I like Bruno's game a lot. We
preferred
won the
Odegaard.
midfield battle.
I preferred Odegaard.
Gyökeres needs one chance. You want to talk about someone who can change a game? One chance. And you know what else he does? Which I talked about this on the stream. Imagine Gyökeres pulls his runner away because Havertz doesn't really make those runs. He doesn't have that like striker clinical mindset. He's not always making runs in behind to try and get a goal. So if he drags space away from whoever, that leaves more room on the wings. There's just so many different options with Gyökeres if he has the service, if he's in form. And it's been one game. He had no
That's
service.
exactly our point, though. If he has the service.
Yeah, and he will. What? Oh my gosh, it's one game and they played bad.
But
you think Zubamendi, Rice, Odegaard isn't a midfield that can give service to their strikers?
It's a great
We thought
midfield.
he would get service yesterday.
And he didn't. And you probably thought you would have scored more goals, but David Raya was better than your attackers.
But we could talk about
I didn't think
Gyökeres if you guys
get
want
any
to.
chances.
I thought he was gonna be deployed in a different way than he was. I thought he was gonna be way less involved in the on the ball play for Arsenal.
Yeah, he
because
was way too involved in build up.
Admittedly, he's not that type of striker.
yeah,
He's going to have to.
again.
I don't think you got it on frame.
again.
I don't think you got it on frame.
No, it's
Julian.
okay. It's okay. You can focus
Yeah,
on
there you go.
can focus on the memes and then look at the scoreboard. That's all I'm gonna say. That's what's like embarrassing about your club, bro. Right now, is you're so satisfied to meme Arsenal and be like okay with the loss and like have
We're
a
just
smile on
calling
your
it
face.
how it is, brother. We're
No,
just
no,
calling it how
but
it is.
your strikers didn't score either. You want to take it at face value. None of your players scored
Let's
either.
talk. Let's talk about our strike. Let's talk about our attackers.
Because you're so happy with the smile on your face, and we won. I'm the happy one.
Just for audio listeners that didn't see the video, when mentioning Gyökeres, Julian put up Timberlands on the desk.
Not
Some would say
Timberlands.
woeful performance.
I can't afford Timberlands, but
Boots.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
I
my
thought-
winter-
honestly-
Shoes you can't take a touch with.
Honestly,
Lukaku, you could say.
I thought he played okay.
But
It was
before-
bad, but he played whatever.
Before that little troll, I was saying he's gonna have to make his presence felt in the box way more than he did yesterday, in my opinion.
Sure.
Because his technical quality clearly lacks in the build-up. So he's gonna have just to be that guy in the box that terrorizes backlines,
again, I
that
thought-
terrorizes defenders,
I-
not by his skills and by his technical ability, but strictly by his profile, his stature, and his build.
I thought he did okay holding up the ball. Not great by any means, but not terrible.
There was a few moments there. I think all in all, De Ligt handled him very well, but there was a few moments where he kind of rattled De Ligt just a little bit.
Yeah,
just a little bit.
there was
like
moments
one or
there,
two moments
yeah.
there.
Physically, like he had that moment where he pushed the lick off the
Yeah.
ball. Physically, Gyökeres, there's no question that he's elite at that. You know, if you compare that with good ball movement and you're playing Gyökeres in the right way, I'll maintain. I think he could do well in the Premier League.
Yep.
But if you're putting him, if you're just swapping him and Havertz 1-to-1 and you're expecting him to kind of do the same duties as a Havertz would, dropping into midfield, collecting, distributing to the wings, then that's just not going to work out well. And you're wasting talent.
and we're gonna figure it out.
I
Do you
believe you
have
will.
time to figure it out? That's my question.
Yes, we do.
Because if you want Gyökeres to be that presence
my
in the
God.
box, that's not Arsenal. That's not the Arsenal way of playing. We saw what Havertz was doing in the previous years. I know Arsenal fans were complaining that they didn't have a number 9. All this, of course, right? But if you have Gyökeres doing what Kai Havertz is doing, it's not going to be the same output. And then if you want Gyökeres to be present in the box and be that focal point up top, it kind of takes away from the entire offensive animation that Arsenal has. It takes away from the Arsenal style of playing with that guy that comes in deep and collects balls into the midfield. So it's going to take time to adjust that position. I don't even think it's an adjustment. It's a different animation that you have to focus on.
Yeah, and it's been one game. You guys always yell at me when I get overreactionary after we lose one game, we draw a game, and the other teams pick up points. So in the same vein, well, I'm going to overreact, and you guys yell at me for saying that it's crazy. I'm doing the exact same thing.
Hey,
Chill.
Blake, what's your
We'll be
line?
fine.
What's your line? Make football reactionary again.
Yeah,
Ooh.
but
And we're just listening.
What's my
we're
other
just
line?
following your
What's your
lead.
other
no. What's my other line? I'm going to get my licks back.
Oh, is it?
So when you
So you
guys do
created
to
that
me,
today.
I will do unto you.
Okay, got you.
So same mindset
Right.
here.
Do you feel like you're getting your lick back right now?
Yeah, because we won and you guys lost.
Let's talk about a couple of Brazilians on the field, specifically Martinelli. Just real quick.
You know,
I think
I'd
it
rather go to
just
United.
shows-
So
I'd
we
rather
will.
I
go to
think first of all, I
United.
think
We
the
will.
less said,
We
the
will.
better about
Yeah,
Martinelli.
he's bad.
You need
We
a left winger.
replacement. Yeah,
You need. Well, I mean,
like
now Ezzy's going to Spurs.
But that's been
so. Who is that
apparent.
left?
No, you need a replacement.
yes,
You need.
and
You need.
what again? Why are you accenting that? I've been saying this entire window.
No, because
No.
I feel
I've
like
been
no, because some
no.
people, I think some people were fine with the idea of Martinelli.
There's 3 of us here.
Martinelli, Trossard, and Madueke
Antoine,
being the left winger option.
There's 3 of us
But I
here.
think
And,
if
and
you-
I also heard somebody, not you, saying that I promise you Madueke is not a left winger for us.
Again, there's 3 people here. Have I said any of those things?
no, not you specifically.
Not
but
you
I'm just
specifically.
saying,
We're
there's
talking
a lot
about
of Arsenal
different-
fans. in
we're
the
talking
world.
about a
I'm
different
just
Arsenal
saying.
fan.
I've wanted a left winger, aka Rodrigo, this entire fucking window.
But this is what's bothering me, right?
Right.
Because
Reiterate your point once again. That's gonna piss me off. Go ahead.
I'm saying, like, when we're hearing rumors that City are in for Rodrigo, the price being quoted is 80 to 90 million. If you didn't spend that money on Madueke, what's another 40 million that you could take that plus 50 on Rodrigo?
I think
and then you have one
I
of the
saw
best
a
left
report
wingers
they
in the
have
world.
PSR room, but the FFP might be a little bit iffy.
Like the,
so if they-
the European FFP.
Yeah. So if
okay.
they have the ability to work around that, it should be fine. Like look, I know we suck at spending. I mean, we suck at selling, and that's apparent. But I'm just gonna go with face value. I don't think we're gonna get Rodrigo realistically, but I think there's a more than 0% chance we do.
If you don't go for Rodrigo, who is there?
I don't know. And then we go about the season and try our best. Like, I don't know.
From title contenders to trying our best. If you keep the season going with either Martinelli, Madueke, or Trossard on the left, there's no chance of you guys winning the league.
I disagree.
There's not a chance.
I
of you
think-
winning it.
There's a chance, but it's
There's a chance. Obviously, there's a chance
Like,
for everything.
again, who cares? It's been one game. They need to do better than what they're showing. But respectfully, and Burmo, you probably want to do better too.
Burmo was
Yeah, he was
fine.
Burmo and
bro.
Cunha- No,
I
but
thought he was very good.
Let me finish. It's gonna get to a point where Burmo, Cunha, Shesko are gonna, do a lot of things right, but they're 3 attacking players. They need to score goals. So while they had a great debut, both of them, I think Shesko not so much, but he came on. But while Burmo and Cunha had a good debut, eventually you're gonna want more out of them. You're gonna want goals. You're gonna want assists because they're attacking players. So you can't just look at the first game and think it's gonna go like that for the rest of the season.